from WNDS-TV. This is News Now at 10.
Looking to...
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's 54 in Summers. We're at 52 from Chris Shelby in Auburn. And we have 48 from Kathy and Nelson. Enjoy your company this weekend. The Blotians have some visitors over. Have fun. 51 from Sean in Hampton Falls. Kind of a damp day, Sean said. Soccer practice earlier this evening. Very drizzly and damp on the seacoast. John Lambert, 49, 52 from Katie in West Boxford. The guaranteed high today for Manchester was 58. And the actual high was 57. So I got it within one. J.C. Hayes, the 3 to 6 afternoon personality on Cool 96.5, charts it out. 90% accuracy for yours truly this month. 93% accuracy for the last 6 weeks. Here's a ridge, a trough, and both sides of the ridge. This is that Omega block there where we have weather systems slowing down in the atmosphere, the slow west-to-east progression. Eventually, this trough may weaken within time on the East Coast, so we may start to moderate a little bit next week. Florida still getting heavy rain. You see some of the pictures in the news this week? South central and southern part of the peninsula. Again, it could get up to 8 inches of rain. Wow. For us, again, a lot of green. South of Boston, 25 to 50, 50 to 75. Lyndonville, where I went to college, back, 18, almost 20 years ago. That's the peak this weekend, 75 to 100%. And then from the Franconia Notch through Dixville Notch and Colebrook, it's peaked this weekend. Mid-October here in southern New Hampshire, right around the Columbus weekend. We have a low pressure system here on the Florida area. High pressure should govern us. This low is going to move up along the frontal boundary. And again, we'll throw some clouds in, maybe rain, not far from Cape Cod, an area south of Boston early Monday. But I think we're going to miss it here in New Hampshire. Again, I'll update the weather phone over the weekend from home, 603-432-5050. And again, the website, unless the web is down, well, definitely you can call the weather phone, 603-432-5050 if the internet is down. Here we go. The weekend hinges on the storm. I think it's going to be a little far out, but if it hooks in a little bit, we would rain here Sunday night, Monday. I think the rain will stay over the Cape or probably just off the islands. A close call, a brush with us, and then that cool shot of air could be here late next week. Mostly cloudy, 42 to 53. For tomorrow, partial clearing, mid-50s to low 60s. Most of the rain tonight is down towards Connecticut. 60, 65, 10 degrees cooler at the beaches Sunday and Monday. And Mary Cluck, a great lady, 40, again, it needs a lung transplant, and I'm going to be at the 3rd annual golf tournament, again, down at Hoodcroft Country Club. It starts at 9 this Monday morning, so if you want to come down with your cameras, you can watch Al play golf. It's going to be a great day. We're going to help Mary out. I, again, talked to Sue Harmon just after my noon update. They got a lot of teams planned, so again, I'm going to be keeping my eye on the ball, as Mike de Blasi says. I'll see you Monday night after the golf tournament. Have a good weekend. Back to Katie.
Well, thank you, Al. Now, I think Al has been practicing his golf swing just like he was practicing pitching out that first ball at the spinner. So we'll have to stay tuned on Monday to see how he does. Well, still to come on News Now, we take a trip down memory lane and look at 3 years of News Now. Stay with us.
Straight ahead.
Thank you, Eric, and good evening, everyone. We have some warmer temperatures tonight. And we'll tell you how warm it got today. We'll take a peek at the weekend, see if any more chilly weather is in sight. We'll see you right after these upcoming events. Come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, Zachary has 60 in Canterbury. Steve Flagg, 65 in Manchester. We'll see if I got the guarantee high tonight. Stay tuned. 3 hours from now, we'll see if Al got it today. 65 from Travis in Derry. Thank you for that report. He's doing a great job. 65 in Salem. 63 from David Hunt in Pelham. Jake has 60 in West Townsend. Mid-60s in Stoneham and Bridgewater tonight. It's also 66 in Londonderry. Let's take a look. We have a ridge, we have a broad trough in the Pacific, a trough here in the Rockies, another ridge here north of New England. Let's define again, let's clarify, the jet stream is not water, it's a river of air, 20 to 40,000 feet in the atmosphere above the ground, separates chilly air to the north of the track, like here, and warm air to the south. This hump represents high pressure. With high pressure, air sinks, compresses, and it warms and dries. Remember, compression adds heat to the air. A trough here, some chilly weather in the northwest, and an upper level low is going to close off Sunday around the Twin Cities, Chicago, Wisconsin. It's going to be very chilly out here, but on the east side, the upper level low, we're going to have a southerly wind aloft. Looks like a mild weekend. The warmth returns, but there's one rub we'll get to in the weekend weather. High pressure, another mild day tomorrow, 70s, and we're going to be in the 70s tomorrow, and the weekend, there's going to be an ocean storm here. The rain will be close to Nantucket Saturday. This rain should stay to the west, still warm here, but at low levels, we will have an east-southeast and northeast wind developing, so that means some cooler weather coming in at the coast. There we go, with the rain and thunderstorms off in the Gulf coastal states. Peak fall colors now in the Lakes region, now the Monadnock region, 50 to 75% coastal New Hampshire. Mostly clear tonight, 45 to 55. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, light winds in the 70s, 60s at the coast. And it will be only 60 Cape Cod or upper 50s there. And some rain will be close to the islands. I think the weekend will be dry, but we got to watch that ocean storm. Back to Katie and Dan, see you tonight.
Well, thanks, Al. A good weekend to go hike Mount Monadnock, the foliage, the weather.
The O2s are on the way, and
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, Canterbury is 67 from Holly. Jen Marshall filling in for Travis, who's at a school dance tonight. He's dancing the night away, 66. Thank you for the report. Jen filling in for Travis tonight. Tony, 68. DeVito in Salem, 68. Pelham, 65 in West Townsend. Manchester in the upper 60s. And yeah, I got the guarantee high, 72. So far, the actual is 72. It could be an exactly. Again, the actual will be out at 8, but it looks like I got it right on today. 72 and 72. That's 95% accuracy, JC says, for the last 4 weeks. For yours truly here, I should go have a good dinner. I think I'm going to. Why not? Let's look at the radar here. We're going to have a little bit of rain late tomorrow. You can see we're looping the Doppler here. The rain, we had some downpours when a lot of us were sleeping last night. More now in the eastern Great Lakes. You can see right here, this could come in mid to late afternoon or during the afternoon tomorrow with another cold front. We have a ridge off the Pacific Northwest coast. Here's cool weather, but it's going to stay, I think, through the Great Lakes into Monday. We're going to have a southwest flow. We'll have a summery feel, 70s, 60s in western Maine. And here's a cold front. This is the map valid tomorrow. It comes through with some showers in the afternoon, maybe a thunderstorm. High pressure comes in for Sunday. That cold front could bring a shower late Monday. We're going to have a southwest flow here, mild on Sunday, low to mid 70s. And let's look, chilly weather in Minnesota. Summer fades away. By this time tomorrow night, the autumnal equinox, equal day and equal night, the vertical rays of the sun shining directly over the equator, 7:04 Eastern Daylight Time. Autumn begins. Look at the pretty leaves, but we're still not finished with warm weather. I've seen 80-plus degree weather in October. Autumnal equinox and the sun's vertical rays on the equator, at the equator is directly overhead, and then it will move towards the Tropic of Capricorn by the first day of winter. Tonight, some clouds. With the moisture on the ground, any partial clearing or breaks, some patchy dense fog late at night, humid in the 60s. For tomorrow, a blend of sun and clouds, 70s. You like that sun in there? A little bit of showers in the afternoon. So 70s and muggy. And let's take a look now at the 3-day, mid-70s. I don't have any rain. Should I buy everyone in the control room their dinner? If I'm wrong Sunday, maybe I'll have to, huh? I'm not going to predict any rain Sunday. All right, they heard that. 76, 76. Monday could be a little bit warmer, but a late day shower. So again, the weekend looks good. Don't cancel any outdoor plans, but I think there'll be a few showers tomorrow afternoon. I'll be updating the website from home as long as the internet's not down, WNDSweather.com, and don't forget 603 for you, those of you in Vermont, Maine, and Massachusetts, 432-5050. Have a great weekend, and Dan, have a safe trip camping. See you Monday morning.
All right, Al, thank you. You know, I can be included into that production control dinner buying offer as well. You know, I appreciate the good sunshine as well. Still ahead on this edition of News Now, how you can help out with the relief efforts in New York City, all just by watching TV. Stay with us.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, we have 52 from Jim in Canterbury. Travis has 56 in Derry. It's also 56 from Sam in Merrimack. Nathan has 54 in Londonderry tonight. 53 from Sue in Manchester. 54 Ann in West Townsend. It's in the mid-50s in southern New England as well. Jet stream, we have a trough here in the eastern Pacific, a ridge here north of the Dakotas and Minnesota, and then another trough here. So that omega look to the jet stream where weather systems slow their west to east progression, and we're going to have an ocean storm that's actually going to sit south of New England, and again some more heavy rain. They could have locally up to 8 inches around Miami. We don't know where to put any more water down there, making up for the rainfall deficit they've had the last few months. It all comes at once. That's how it works in weather, but there it is. Some heavy rain south central Florida. Not much going on in New England. We had a few showers this morning into the lunchtime hour, and not much going on in the middle part of the country with the nice weather. Fall foliage this weekend, 25 to 50%. Worcester County to the north and west of Worcester, southern New Hampshire, 50 to 75 in central New Hampshire, north central New Hampshire, northern New Hampshire to the Canadian border, northeast kingdom of Vermont. This is your weekend up there to go up there, 75 to 100%. High pressure to our north will keep it cool with an onshore northeast wind. That northeast wind will keep it coolest at the beaches right through the weekend. That storm still producing some heavy rain in southern and central Florida. 50s tomorrow near the coast in Maine. Low 60s well to the over western and southwestern New England. There's summer. The 80s now confined to Texas. Hundreds in the southwest around Las Vegas. High pressure over much of the east coast tomorrow. 10 to 15 degrees above normal from the Four Corners right up into the northern plains. A weekend weather hinges on the storm. It's always things we have to watch here in the ocean. The ocean, a very dramatic and very exotic place, but at times when you have an ocean storm, it can throw a monkey wrench in the forecast. It's always something, huh? But again, it looks like this storm here is going to be a little too far out. We're going to watch it, though. This station has many viewers, like Claire and the McLeods and the East Bridgewater, south of Boston. But right now, you folks maybe have some clouds, maybe a shower first thing Monday morning, but there is still a chance the rain may stay offshore. We're going to have a brush with that coastal storm, at least with a lot of clouds. Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Then this next shot of cool weather could be here later next week. Warm and windy in the southwest. Tonight, mostly cloudy, 42 to 53. In 3 hours from now, we'll see if I got the guarantee high today on cool 96.5. Stay tuned 3 hours from now. We'll have the answer. Partial clearing tomorrow. In fact, it may totally clear in parts of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, 56 to 62. Will be 60 tomorrow. Deduct a good 7 to 10 degrees at the beaches Sunday and Monday in Boston, the warmest inland. See you later tonight. Back to Katie and Dan.
Well, thank you, Mr. K. Now, still to come on News Now, I guess we can give a little preview here. We take a little trip down memory lane and celebrate 3 years of WNDS News Now. Stay with us.
Straight ahead in sports, the Red Sox play out the string in Detroit. Both the Patriots and UNH ready for weekend action on the gridiron. And on the ice, the UNH men's hockey team sets their sights on another successful season. A preview of Dickie Millie's club, plus all the day's sports, coming up next.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, Joe Kuchev has 58 in Somersworth. Chris Shelby, 57 in Auburn. It's 56 from Joyce and Wyndham. I think Blaushin's 48 from Mallory tonight. A little chillier there. 54 Sean Hampton Falls. We have 54 West Boxford, mid-50s Nashua. They got up to 75 in Nashua today. Ken Davis. Ken says 52 in Chelmsford. The high in Manchester at the airport was 73. The actual high is 73. The guarantee high by yours truly was 70 this morning. That's within 3. I just made it. We got the high today. 3 for 3 this week, and you can get the guarantee high tomorrow morning with Gale and Dorian on Oldies Are Cool, 96.5 FM radio out of Manchester, New Hampshire. Here we go with the jet stream here. We have a ridge, trough, ridge, and there's that cold trough that gave us the snow and covered about 4 inches earlier this week up in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. That trough, the base is way out in the Atlantic. There's New England. We're starting to get south of the jet stream. Let's redefine. The jet stream is winds 20 to 40,000 feet. It's a stream of air 20 to 40,000 feet above the ground and south of the jet stream. This hump here denotes high pressure, and with high pressure, air sinks, compresses, warms, and dries. The Indians, way back in their day, gave a warm period in the fall after the first killing frost, which we had yesterday morning, Indian summer. The Indians gave it a warm period in the fall when the leaves are changing and after the first killing frost, which we've had. Warm air coming up around the high pressure moving off the coast. Here's the jet stream. All the cold air is shut off in Canada. High pressure to the south. Air flows clockwise. Don't you love it with high pressure? Get excited. We're going to get on the warm side, so we'll thaw out after the very cold morning we had yesterday. 70s tomorrow, 60s on the Cape, northern Maine, and northern New England. The mountains are going hiking tomorrow, 60s. A little bit cooler in the Rockies, still 80s. Great down in Disney down there. And 80s, still summer in southern Texas. Mild weather here. This is the map for Friday, the last day of the week. And it looks like that storm system, this will be very weak to move east as the high builds aloft. A little moisture. There could be a storm out by Bermuda. And a cyclonic or counterclockwise circulation could radiate some strong surf, maybe some clouds out of Cape and Islands. I think that moisture will stay out to sea past peak in northern New England, mid-October now here in southern New Hampshire. The yellow area here, Boston to the Cape and South Shore towns around Halloween. Some clouds, some patchy fog could form late tonight, 40s and 50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 72 to 77. A warm day, Nashua, where they got to 75 today. I wouldn't be surprised if they got in the upper 70s. Your 3-day outlook, 75, 75, and 73. Again, don't forget, I'll be flipping those flapjacks or pancakes Saturday morning at the VFW Hall. Again, right here in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Proceeds go to Frank Murphy, who's recovering from a head injury he had July 3rd. Breast Cancer Walk Saturday morning, Greeley Park, Nashua, and Toys for Tots in Merrimack Sunday afternoon at Breast Cancer Walk is Sunday morning. Back to Katie and Dan. Take it away.
Al is...
Okay, you can see some clouds coming into that shot there. We have some clouds, Eric, and everyone coming in. Will that mean it'll be a warmer or colder night than last night? We'll find out. Come on back after the break.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone around the region tonight. Jim has 44 in Canterbury. Tonight it's 48. From Steve Flagg of Manchester, we'll see if I got the guarantee high today on Cool 96.5. Find out in 3 hours. Travis has 51 in Derry. Thank you for that report. 52 from Salem. From Tony, David Hunt, 49 and 47. It's 50 in southern New England. Jet stream here. It's a stream of not water, but air. 20 to 40,000 feet. This separates cold air. This indicates low pressure with rising air. When air rises, it expands due to a lower air pressure it encounters as it rises. Expansion cools the air. The air cools to the dew point. Condensation takes place. So when you see troughs here, indicates not only chilly weather, but cloudier weather than the ridge here. High pressure. And we're going to see this ridge. You see, here's New England. You can see that this earlier this week and over the weekend was to the west of us. And we were in this part of the jet. Now, the base is moving east. We're getting warmer. And summer returns here the end of the week. There's the warmer return flow as high pressure slides off the east coast. The warmer air is going to come up on the backside, then across the top of the high. So picture the high moving off the coast there, and the air flows clockwise. Here comes that milder flow. The cold air will stay locked in Canada for a while. The cold air that was over us this morning, 23 in Concord, New Hampshire. Many of us had a hard frost and freeze this morning, lifting on out. Another cool air mass moving into the Rockies and northern plains, but this is not coming down from the Canada and the polar regions, the North Pole. It's coming from the Pacific. We call that MP air, maritime Pacific air. Taking a look now, we have a warm front today. It's progressing towards New England, and hopefully this will give us a mild Thursday and Friday when we should eclipse 70 degrees. And I think if we don't have much in the way of thick cloudiness, we could be in the 70s right through Sunday. Some of these showers we'll have to watch for Sunday. That's the only rub for the weekend. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday should be in the 70s. There's the high pressure south of New England. Air flows clockwise, and we're going to get that warmer winds coming on the backside and then sort of over the top of the high. Highs tomorrow in the 60s, 70s. There's the next shot at chilly weather, but not really that cold across the country, and mild weather through Thursday. This front will be very slow as high pressure builds from Florida up just south of New England out over the ocean aloft. So that may slow that westward front from moving eastward. Some clouds, not as cold tonight, 35 to 48. Tomorrow, mixed sun and clouds, 65 to 70 and warmer. And here's your 3 days, 68, 74, and 75. Warming up at night. Don't forget we have the Frank Murphy fundraiser. It's Saturday morning. I'll be at the VFW Hall here on DBW Highway in Merrimack, flipping pancakes 7 to 10. Breast cancer walk, see you at Greeley Park 9 to noon Sunday, and then 12:30 on Griffin Street, Merrimack, New Hampshire, the Toys for Tots. I'm keeping busy. Back to our busy anchors. Take it away.
Well, thanks, Al. Of course, Al, keeping busy this weekend with all of those benefits and appearances.
That's right. And actually, making strides against breast cancer, we'll be holding several different walks this weekend on Sunday. So you can call 1-800, the American Cancer Society, for more information on that. We'll all be taking part. So.
Well, still to come on News Now, we have a reflective look at the past few days. Stay with us.
Straight ahead in sports.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's in the 60s. We have 65 from Travis and Derry. It's 60 from Ann in West Townsend. Let's move it on here and moving and grooving here. The jet stream is north of New England. Let's define what this is. Winds 20 to 40,000 feet up. A few little kinks here, but notice the stream of air. It's not a stream of water. It's a stream of air, river of air, 20 to 40,000 feet north of New England. Now, we have a storm out here, well out at sea. Now, we want Mother Nature to be mad at me and actually bring this in and give us some rain for my 3 appearances. It's going to stay well out at sea. Now, we have a narrow ridge of high pressure here with sinking air, so we may get some low clouds coming in off the ocean, some coastal areas, but that's it. It's out towards the benchmark, as the Weather Service sometimes says in their discussions. It's going to stay out there, but this could become Hurricane Karen by this time tomorrow night. Again, I'll be updating the weather phone and the website from home. There is Karen right there. She is a hurricane, but probably will just cause some clouds on the Cape, maybe south of Boston. Could turn out to be more clouds than sun this weekend if you're watching us south of Boston. The big thing will be high surf. Big waves, 10 to 15 foot waves here with Karen. Now notice the cold front here will get a little bit more active. 70s tomorrow, 60s southeastern Massachusetts and the Cape, and up north, chillier weather in the Rockies. There's Karen. She's not getting closer. In fact, she's off the edge of the set now. The rain is just east of Cape Cod. Very strong surf. This rain's going to get us late Sunday night or Monday. Great news for the 3 appearances I have. The worst storm to hit Bermuda since Emily in 1987. There is the storm with a lot of wind and rain. Clouds western New England here. Some of this will move in, probably thin out a little bit in terms of that ridging. So this will thin out as it moves east. Some tropical waves here, way out towards the southern Atlantic and Caribbean. Peak fall colors in Monadnock region, Concord. Again, almost here in southern New Hampshire. Some clouds, patchy fog, 50 to 60. Again, we have the fundraiser. I'll be at the VFW Hall for Frank Murphy, who suffered serious and very serious head injuries back on July 3rd. The pancake breakfast, 71 to 76, DW Highway, the VFW Hall, and then the breast cancer walk Sunday. Toys for Tots in Merrimack, New Hampshire, 12:30 Sunday. Looks dry, 5 to 10 degrees cooler at the beaches. Rain on Monday. See you tonight. Back to the experts in the other studio.
Well, thanks, Al. Always nice to be called the experts.
Yes.
Get used to that.
I think maybe he's just excited because it's Friday and the beautiful weekend weather's coming up.
Right,
so.
the weather's beautiful on the weekend, and it's rainy on Monday. You won't feel bad coming
The man's
back
got a sunshine on his heart. Still ahead on News Now, a patriotic expression from coast to coast, and we have a preview of that.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's in the 50s. Most checkpoints here, mid-50s. We have a 57 you see here in Auburn. Wyndham, 57 from Chris. It's also 55 from Nathan in Londonderry tonight. And 56 in southern New England from Ken down in Chelmsford. The high in Manchester Airport today was 77. The guarantee high was 76. That's within 3, so I get the guarantee high today. 1 off from the exact high, and again, Al gets 100% accuracy this week with the guarantee high. Yippee! All right, jet stream here. We have a trough, ridge, and a trough here. In fact, Manchester hit 77 yesterday, so 2 days in a row, it was 77. Nashua got up into the low 80s this afternoon. The jet stream is the winds. It's not a stream of water. We think of a stream, we think of water flowing. This is a river of air, 20 to 40,000 feet in the atmosphere. Here's New England. It's streaming north of us, and we're south of those winds, 20 to 40,000 feet above the ground. And south of the track of the jet stream is the warm side. A storm stays out at sea. This could become Hurricane Karen, some of the computer models say, but a narrow ridge stands guard from the Carolinas, Mid-Atlantic into New England. So I have no rain through Sunday. There's Karen tomorrow. This front and the rain will stay to our west until probably Monday. We are going to have some high surf on the coast of the beaches of Cape Cod, east-facing beaches of Maine, New Hampshire, and North Shore, Massachusetts, and South Coast. 70s tomorrow, 60s south of Boston, the Cape, northern Maine, central Maine, and northern New England. There's Karen, and again, she's going to stir up the ocean here on the East Coast, especially in New England, and Nova Scotia will be right on near the edge of the rain. It should miss us, the rain and the brunt of the hurricane, but we will get high surf, maybe some clouds southeast of Massachusetts and the Cape. This rain will probably get closer to us as that ridge weakens on Monday. This is the worst storm right now. It's not initially named, and it's the worst storm to hit Bermuda since Emily in 1987. Some waves here, and this is the dark moisture back here through the Ohio Valley. Peak fall colors, past peak now. It's peak from the Berkshires, Vermont, and Monadnock region, New Hampshire, the Lakes region, and down to Concord, southern New Hampshire, the seacoast, 50 to 75%, 25 to 50% Cape. Some clouds tonight, patchy fog, mild night, 50 to 60. Come on down. I'll be flipping pancakes at the VFW Hall on DW Highway in Merrimack. Proceeds go to help the serious brain injury and medical bills of Frank Murphy of Merrimack, New Hampshire. Come on down for a pancake, 7 to 10, 71 to 76, 60s at the coast. And then I'll be at Greeley Park Sunday morning, and then 12:30, Griffin and Greeley Street, Merrimack, New Hampshire, for the Toys for Tots. If you bring a toy, you can fly a model airplane Sunday afternoon in Merrimack. It looks good. It'll be about 5 to 8 degrees cooler at the coast. Coolest weather south of Boston, the Cape and the coast, and wet weather for all of us comes in late Sunday night or Monday. I'll update the website and weather phone from home. Hope to see you tomorrow morning in Merrimack. Come on down, Dan and Katie. Back to the news desk.
All right. Okay.
We had a beautiful day today. That deep blue cobalt. It's that blue that we call cobalt. There's no haze. We'll explain why and see if it's going to be a sunny tomorrow. Come on back right after the break.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's 57 from Jim in Canterbury, 60 from Steve Flagg in Manchester, New Hampshire. We'll see if I got the guarantee high today, which has to be within 3. The guarantee was 70 in Manchester Airport. If it's within 3, I get the high. We're not going to tell you now. We'll tell you tonight, 3 hours from now, when the official high comes out at 8 o'clock. Travis Marshall, 62, and he's a hero tonight. An A- in Algebra 1. Keep it going, Travis. We're proud of you because you have to pass Calc 1, 2, and 3 semesters of calculus or you don't get your Bachelor of Science degree, but he's on his way now to becoming a meteorologist. We have 60 from Cheyenne and West Townsend, low 60s Stoneham. Jim filling in for Claire tonight, 67. Claire out enjoying a good meal at a restaurant tonight. Well, hopefully you're home watching me, then you can head out and eat, right? Okay, nice and dry in New England. We had a dry slot of air. We have a wheel of misfortune here. It's like a bicycle wheel. You're going to see it, an upper level low pressure system. This rain is going to come in here tomorrow night and into Friday. I think Friday's not going to be a good weather day. Hopefully if you're going to any events, they're not outdoors because it will be kind of not a dependable day outside. We can see the Doppler radar tonight. Showers in the Great Lakes and around Michigan. That's where the upper level low is. And again, it's closed off. This jet is digging. This is the Omega block, the Greek symbol, which means high pressure north of Minnesota and the Dakotas is stalled. But by late in the weekend and early next week, I think this trough will weaken and the block will break down. We might moderate later Sunday and especially early next week. Here's the upper level low. It's going to track across New England and then move to our northeast later in the weekend. So we are going to see the showers move in. We had a dry slot of air between yesterday's rain and today. There were a lot of clouds in New York State westward. We had that dry ribbon of air that really produced hardly any clouds, a few puffies in the mountains today. 50s tomorrow and 60s in the northeast. There's the summer weather. You can almost overlay and tell where the jet stream is by looking at the high temperature map. There's Umberto. He's continuing to become non-tropical in the North Atlantic. There's New England. There's the dry slot, but those clouds are coming in tomorrow. The weekend looks dry, and it looks like some showers in the northwest, cooler than normal, with some thunderstorms in Florida. The buildings keep the heat in. The urban heat island effect. Many inland areas could be in the low 40s. Clear and chilly tonight. Northern New England by the Canadian border could be in the 30s. 40, 55 in Boston. 40 to 55. It's a big range because we are on cable, remember, in Boston. Becoming mostly sunny, scattered afternoon shower, 61 to 66. Most of this will be outside of 495, but east and south of 495. You folks, Boston and western suburbs, will get wet tomorrow night. Periodic showers Friday. Saturday looks good. Sunday, we should be 65 to 70. So a better weekend gets better with time. We'll see you tonight with the Guarantee High. Back to Katie and Dan.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the radar tonight, we have the heaviest rain now moving towards the Maine coast, north of the area of the southern Maine coast, moving up towards down east, and looks like through just north of Algonquin there, moving away. More on the Cape. We have a flood watch until 3 tomorrow morning for Middlesex, Essex, Norfolk, Bristol, and Plymouth County. That's all. That does not include Worcester County or Worcester, but east of Worcester, you're under a flood watch until 3 in the morning. Flood watch means conditions are favorable for flooding. More precipitation, scattered stuff back in northern New York State with the upper level low. Let's go back to the weather watches tonight. 70 from Canterbury, Holly. Travis Marshall has 70 in Derry. It's 70 Salem. David has 71 in Pelham. Steve Flagg, 68 Manchester. The Guarantee High was 70. We'll see if I got it tonight in 3 hours. It was close. 68 from Ann in West Townsend. 70 from the Gomeses in Stoneham. And 72 tonight filling in for Claire. We have our other weather watches that help us out when we need it. Joe McLeod, 72 in East Bridgewater from Joe tonight. Radar shows that we have the rain now moving up, the Doppler looping it, most of it now up in the Maine. You can see it's left New England a little bit more. This is with the upper level low back over the Great Lakes. Taking a look now at the wider view, most of it off the East Coast. This is moving in the Maine, and still we have some showers with the upper level low, which is going to intensify in the next 24 to 36 hours. With the cold air over the warmer Great Lakes, we call that not ocean effect snow, but rain showers. Pretty soon we'll see some lake effect snow showers. Not yet though. Ridge here out west, the trough, and that low is closed off. This is the one that's reflected in the upper levels of the atmosphere. The cold front, we had all the moisture ahead of it today. It felt very humid. Dew points, which is the amount of moisture in the air expressed in degrees. It's not the temperature, which is in degrees, but the amount of moisture that the air was holding. Dew points are in the low 70s, very tropical-like, but much cooler tomorrow. There's the upper level low. Thunderstorms in Florida, nice and warm in the southwestern part of the country. Highs tomorrow in the 60s, 50s up in Vermont, New York State, and there's that storm. The scissors show that the storm is cut off from the main flow of the jet. Umberto here, moving in the North Atlantic, will lose its tropical characteristics and disturbances and tropical waves out in the Atlantic. There's the cold front, and the cold air over the warmer lakes will produce some lake effect rain showers. Rain ending, already some breaks here at the station, 52 to 60 tonight. For tomorrow, a blend of sun and clouds, mid-60s to low 70s, a west wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour, and we'll be up near 70 tomorrow. Again, we could have a late afternoon shower Thursday night into Friday with some very chilly air in the upper atmosphere. Look at this, we're not even going to get to 60 on Friday. I think the weekend will start on a bright and cool note, maybe moderate a little bit by Sunday. See you later tonight. Back to Katie and Dan.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's hot. Suez, 37 in the Valley area in Canterbury. They're going to be well under 30 by daybreak or just before daybreak. Steve Flagg, 44. We'll see if I got that guarantee. Mid-40s Salem, Pelham. Ann has 42. Grace Gomes, 45 in Stoneham. And filling in for Claire for the next couple of days is Terry McLeod. Terry has 47 in East Bridgewater. And Terry wanted me to tell all of you it did snow this morning, even in East Bridgewater. It really came down, she said, around 9 a.m., but it didn't last long, but it kind of looked scary there for a while. So That snow that was in eastern New Hampshire, eastern Massachusetts, did go down into Boston and southeastern Massachusetts. Trough ridge. And this trough here is going to lift on out. You may be saying, Al, we're going to go from 50 degrees today to over 70 by Thursday and Friday as this ridge moves in. A frost and a freeze warning. Widespread frost and freeze. If you haven't brought in your plants or vegetable plants, head outside right after Dan, Katie, and Mike are done at the end of this newscast and bring them in because they won't be alive in the morning. Scatter frost, Boston Southwest. And what are the conditions for a frost and freeze? That's the quiz question tonight. What are the conditions? Why is it going to be frosty? Well, we have a cold high, but what does this do to our weather to make it frosty? You got to watch in 3 hours. High pressure south of us tomorrow, but this high has a warm side. Eventually, we're going to get air coming up on the west side, a warmer side of the high. Another chilly air mass in Idaho. Warming in the nation's midsection, 80s still in Texas, beautiful in Florida, 50s, some low 60s in southwestern New England tomorrow. The same high that brought us to cold weather and even a few inches of snow, even up in northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont last night, is going to have a warm side. It moves off the coast, air flows clockwise, left to right. So we're going to get that backside warmth coming in. This front will be slow to move east. We're watching waves off the African coast. Iris could affect Belize and points south in the Yucatan. She's a pretty powerful hurricane. Right behind her heels, here he is Jerry, and Jerry could affect the Gulf coastal states in future days. That's a possibility. All right, clear and cold tonight, 25 to 38. A frost warning away from the coast. I don't expect any frost for Boston and outer Cape Cod. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, not so chilly, 55 to 60 in the afternoon. 59 tomorrow, 65 Wednesday, 72 Thursday. And don't forget, I have the fundraiser in Merrimack, New Hampshire, the VFW Hall, Saturday morning. Hopefully, we'll be over 70 Friday into Saturday. Pancake breakfast. I'll be flipping pancakes this Saturday at 7 to 10. VFW Hall, a fundraiser for Frank Murphy of Merrimack, New Hampshire, whose medical bills are just mounting. Breast cancer walk Sunday morning, 9 to noon. And I have the Toys for Tots in Merrimack on Griffin Street, 12:30 Sunday. I'm loving it. They're all close appearances. See you tonight. Back to our experts, Katie and Dan. Take it away.
Oh, I don't know about the experts, Al, but
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. The weather watches tonight are essentially in the low 60s. Steve Flagg has 61 in Manchester. It's 61 from Ann and West Townsend. Chris Shelby in Auburn at 62. The friends, the Sabatos in Wyndham, have 62. And, you know, you have clouds at night. What does it do? It keeps, it's going to have some cloudiness tonight coming in off the ocean. So all the heat that we had today from the ground will stay trapped near the ground. It won't go into outer space. So for tonight, we're going to have mostly cloudy skies. We'll have a southeast wind off the ocean. We saw a good supply of sun today, and we'll see if Al hit the guarantee high. If I hit it today, well, the guarantee high was 73. We'll find out in 3 hours if I can make it 3 days in a row. Remember, it's got to be within 3, plus or minus 3. Lows tonight, 52 to 58. For tomorrow, we are going to see mostly cloudy skies. Some rain is going to come in. I take the umbrella to work. Students to go to school, what do you get out? 2:30? Well, I think if the rain may hold off till after school gets out, but those of you that work in Boston want to take the umbrella, 62 to 68. It will be raining, I think, by the evening commute. And the outlook now for Friday, the rain ends clearing late in the day or at night. Low 60s tomorrow and Friday at the beaches, maybe some upper 60s inland. Temperatures will probably be a little bit below normal. Let's go over the 3-day for your weekend here. For Thursday, we're going to be in the 60s, cloudy skies, rain coming in late tomorrow afternoon. And then on Friday, we're going to be in the mid-60s. You'll need that umbrella in the month. I like that. You're going to need the umbrella. Late tomorrow, you're going out shopping tomorrow night. Umbrella from late afternoon tomorrow right through midday Friday. The rain ends Friday afternoon. Clearing will probably be Friday night. The weekend looks good. A cold front will bring a shower late Saturday. But Dan, go camping, have fun. Sunday looks good too. Dan, I'd go camping. Don't cancel your plans. Back to the news desk. See you tonight.
Well, thanks, Mr. K. Your own personal forecast
I know.
right
So
there.
one of the perks of the job, one of the many perks of the job,
Still
my
go
personal
camping.
forecast.
What can you do? Well, still to come on News Now, you may have noticed it's very difficult to find a flag in some stores. Well, a few guys got together and have a very unique way of showing their patriotism. Stay with us.
Straight ahead in sports, the Red Sox play ball with the Devil Rays at Fenway Park. And in local college football action, the UNH Wildcats prepare for a weekend showdown with the Big Green of Dartmouth. These stories plus all the latest sports coming up next.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We'll start with the weather watchers tonight. It's 63 from Travis, Marshall, and Derry. Also, Nathan has 63 in Londonderry. Susie in West Boxford has 63. And we have 64 from Linda Davis down in Chelmsford. Ryan McLeod. Ryan says 67 down south of Boston. He's watching in East Bridgewater. Pollen count today was low, 7 grains per cubic meter. And we have the mole count high, about 7,600, close to that spores per cubic meter. The major allergens today, sagebrush, ragweed, and mole. Let's move on now and take a look at the equinox. This is here, the autumnal equinox. And in this word, we see the word equi, which means we'll have equal day and equal night. The vertical rays of the sun by Saturday evening will be directly over the equator, headed south towards the Tropic of Capricorn. And when the sun's vertical rays are over the Tropic of Capricorn, we here in the northern hemisphere have winter, the southern hemisphere has summer. Peak foliage, southern New Hampshire, the middle of October. That's around the Columbus Day week into the beginning of the 3rd week. And then as you progress south of Boston, down towards Bridgewater, and especially Fall River, Brockton, the Cape, coastal Rhode Island, coastal Connecticut, it will be the week of Halloween. And it will be past peak north of the Lakes region during this middle period of October. All right, let's check the forecast out tonight. Rain has already developed in many areas. Other times some drizzle at some parts of the overnight hours. We could have a thunderstorm with the rain coming down heavy at times, mid-50s to mid-60s. That's southeast wind continuing. I did get the guarantee high, the max temperature from the National Weather Service in Gray, Maine for Manchester, New Hampshire today was 69. The guarantee was 66, within 3. That's something to clap about tonight. Rain tomorrow morning, partial, I heard something in the control room there, partial clearing, possibly tomorrow afternoon, 69 to 74 degrees, and these temperatures are based on a little bit of sun in the afternoon. Let's take a look now on Saturday, the morning sun. You may need the umbrella, but again, these are going to be more scattered showers in the afternoon and at night. Another cold front's going to be approaching. There is some moisture with it. Low to mid-70s. Let's look at that 3-day. I think Sunday will be the better day of the weekend. We're going to be in the low 70s. Any rain will give way to cloudy skies, maybe some brightening in the afternoon. And then 73, rain, the sun gives way to some showers on Saturday. And then Sunday looks pretty good as well. I've updated the website, WNDSweather.com, and we'll be updating the weather phone right after this 10 o'clock newscast. And you can hear my guarantee high for tomorrow morning, see if we can get a whole week right with Gail, Scott, and Dorian J. They'll give you the morning drive through to work beginning at 6 a.m. on Cool 96.5. So again, not a bad weekend. Sunday looks like a little bit sunnier than Saturday. See you tomorrow in the morning. Back to Katie and Dan.
Well, thanks, Mr. K.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, 55 in Canterbury. Steve Flagg has 57. We'll see if I got the guarantee high. We're waiting in the other studio there for the computer to mark down if Al got it today. We'll find out. 59 from Travis, Marshall, and Derry. It's 60 in Salem, 59 in Pelham. Claire has 64. The Gomes is 62, and it's 53 from Ann Adams in West Townsend. The jet stream, we have this Omega-type block with 2 troughs, a ridge here with hot weather over the middle part of the country. And that red block is going to tend to break down a little bit as the upper level low weakens and the eastern trough here to the right of the ridge weakens by Sunday and especially next week. Temperatures tomorrow, 10 degrees cooler than normal. You will need the jackets to work and school in the morning. Meanwhile, it's still summer from Montana, the Dakotas, down into the Four Corners region of the country. Taking a look at the Doppler radar, we have some rainfall, some of this heavy over the southern and central part of Florida. New England's high and dry, but it clouded up today, just as we said last night, becoming mostly cloudy. A few light showers. We could have a few scattered pop-up showers tomorrow with this upper level low and surface low. It'll probably be very slow to move east because of that traffic jam, that Omega. When the upper level winds in jet stream, the winds 20 to 40,000 feet make that Greek symbol. This is slow to move. It'll continue to weaken. It may just sit in the mid-Atlantic region into Sunday and Monday. But that means the main flow of the jet will be north of us. So once we get the sun out over the weekend and next week, we could warm up next week. There's the storm Saturday to our south. Some rain flirting with the south coast and Cape Saturday morning. High pressure should come in. And tonight's quiz question, what is the difference between a high and a low pressure system? We'll talk about that and see if I got the guarantee high 3 hours from now. So you can see a cold corner of the country, a chilly pool of air from the Twin Cities, Wisconsin, all the way into New England. Out west, it's in the 80s and 90s. Would you like to be out here tomorrow? Denver will be well in the 80s again tomorrow. Fall foliage this weekend, 25 to 50% in southern New Hampshire, 50 to 75 in the Orange, down into the Berkshires, and 75 to 100 up in northern New England. Taking a look at the Doppler now, we're going to go local. Here is the showers over New York State and Pennsylvania. Some of them will be coming in here tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, light winds tonight, mid-40s inland, mid-50s at the coast. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers tomorrow, 54 to 60 degrees with light winds. And again, we've updated the website, WNDS-weather.com, and we'll be updating the weather phone this evening. 57, again, lots of showers. We're going to have that northeast wind tomorrow, so it's not really going to get much. It's going to be a struggle to hit 60, maybe well inland near the New York border could touch 60. Better Saturday, even better on Sunday, but still a little bit cooler at the coast Saturday and Sunday. See you tonight. Have a good dinner. Back to Katie and Dan.
News Now is brought to you in part by Public Service Company of New Hampshire, supporting your life in every moment.
What would you change if you had the power? What ideas would you challenge? Where would you explore? If you had the power to create, to invent, what would you improve? Whose life would you make better? Share your power. Seize the day. Public Service of New Hampshire, supporting your life in every moment.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone around the region. Tonight it's 59 in Somersworth tonight. And we also have 59 from Nathan in Londonderry tonight. 62 from Auburn. It's 62 Wyndham. Sean has 58 Hampton Falls. Michael, 58 Nelson. 60 in Nashua. The high in Nashua today was 79 degrees. It was 78 in Concord. Katie and Susie have 62 in West Boxford. Also, we have 61 from Pam Green tonight in Merrimack, New Hampshire. The high in Manchester Airport today, 77. I said 76 for a guarantee high. That's only one off from the being exact, and within 3 of what I predicted and what the actual was. So I do get the guarantee high there. Yippee! You can hear it tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. on Cool 96.5 radio with Gail Scott and Dorian J. Ridge, drop. Whereas this jet stream is a river of air 20 to 40,000 feet up. We're going to be on the warm side or south side. Here's New England. The trough has moved well east of Nova Scotia, New England. Brought us the cold, and some parts of New England had snow last weekend and earlier this week. High pressure to the south, an ocean storm. This rain should stay to our west, I think, for a good part, or if not the entire weekend. Cool out in the Rockies, 70s here, 60s in the mountains and the Cape. And this is an ocean storm that's going to cause rain close to Nantucket. This is the map for Saturday. Warm weather here. Come on down. I'll be flipping pancakes for the Frank Murphy benefit. The VFW Hall, 7 to 10 Saturday morning on DW Highway here in Merrimack, New Hampshire. Seas could be 8 to 15 feet. The storm's going to move near Nova Scotia. I think the rain will stay out at sea, but some cloudiness with an onshore wind and some wind could move in. Peak fall colors in this red area now, past peak in northern New England. 50 to 75% southern and coastal New Hampshire. Mid-40s in some of the coldest valleys, 50s elsewhere. Patchy fog, clear to partly cloudy, partly to mostly sunny. 70s tomorrow, 60s at the coast. And right now it'll be about 60 at the beaches in Boston, the Cape, Saturday and Sunday. A little bit more in the way of clouds this weekend. But I think it'll be dry. Tune in tomorrow for any changes. Back to the anchors.
All right.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone around the region. Tonight, Holly has 65 in Canterbury. Travis Marshall, 70 in Derry. Steve Flagg has 70 in Derry. We'll see if I got the guarantee high today for Manchester in 3 hours from now. Hope you can join us then. 68 from Salem. David Hunt, 69. Ann Adams, 67 in West Townsend. Joshua Gomes, 68. Claire has 73. Jetstream, we have a trough here over the middle part of the country and a ridge here on the east coast. This trough will propel a cold front through here. In fact, the main storm is going to go west of us. The cold front will bring rain here late Thursday, especially Thursday night into Friday morning. I think we will clear for the weekend, the way it looks right now. Taking a look at the daylight loss, I don't want to depress you any more than we are, but I thought we'd throw this in since the graphics people showed it. Daylight loss the next 30 days will be about 1 to 2 hours here. And again, the nights are getting longer. You notice at 6 a.m. it's still fairly dark. It's getting light later in the morning and dark earlier as we get into that season of the year where the sun will be, the direct rays will be over the equator. This Saturday is the autumnal equinox, equal day and equal night. So the sun's vertical rays over the equator this coming Saturday, and then we'll continue to move towards the Tropic of Capricorn. The further south it gets, south of the equator, and that's when we'll have winter. But before that, we still have a beautiful fall to enjoy. The last full day of summer will be this Friday. We'll be below, we've been above normal in New England, most of the country, the past 60 days. Felix starting to break apart. Gabrielle, she's moving east of Nova Scotia, upper level low here east of Florida. We have a couple of disturbances, potential for development. There's the African coast, just so we get our bearings here. This is the east coast and Florida here. And again, Gabrielle shall continue to weaken, and you don't see any more eye here. It was a hurricane on the east coast, but moving away, still some high surf off our coastline. 60s, 70s in New England, 90s. It's still summer-like in the southwestern part of the country. Tonight, lots of clouds. There could be a spot shower. Most of us will be dry with the front. 50s. Last night, Concord, New Hampshire was 41, so we will be warmer tonight. Sun and clouds, pleasant tomorrow, 68 to 74. And it will be holding in the 60s. Boston and the coast with an ocean wind developing. Low tide, 727, high tide, 123. And Thursday, fading sun. Rain will come in late day or evening. Any sun will be limited here in eastern New England early in the morning. 60s and maybe near 70 inland, away from that chilly ocean wind. Low 70s tomorrow, 60s at the beaches. We'll lose the sun. Any sun will be early and mid-morning Thursday. It will fade. Some rain could come in late Thursday and go into Friday morning with a front. Then we'll clear out Friday night. Saturday looks good. Maybe a shower Saturday night and more high pressure moving in for Sunday. We'll see you tonight. Back to Katie and Dan. Take care. Thank you, Sarah, for that. We will have your forecast and see if I got the guarantee high today and take a peek at the end of the week and the weekend weather when we come on back. Come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Well, the weather watchers around the region tonight, we'll give them to you verbally. Travis has 61 in Derry tonight. It's also 61 from Chris Shelby in Auburn. Also, we have 61 tonight from Ken and Linda Davis watching tonight down in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Steve has 60 in Manchester. Steve flags 60. The guarantee high, 73 today by myself on Cool 96.5 this morning. The actual high for Manchester was 70. Concord and Nashua hit 72, so 70. The guarantee high was 3 higher than the actual. That's within 3, plus or minus. So again, I get the guarantee high. All right, we got a hat trick this week. We'll see if we can make 2 more days for a full week. Also tonight we have a 61 down in Chelmsford, as we said. Also 60 degrees tonight from Joe down in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Steve has 60 Manchester. It's also 60 tonight in parts of southern New Hampshire. 56 from John Lambert in Nashua. Now, you know, some of the leaves are starting to change. The nights are getting longer and the days are getting shorter. So the photosynthesis, that's the formation of the chlorophyll, the process that makes the chlorophyll, is starting to break down. And once photosynthesis breaks down, you're going to see the chlorophyll gone and more color the next couple of weeks. 52 to 58 tonight. The clouds are going to keep the heat near the ground, not that chilly. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, rain late in the afternoon. Take the umbrella to work. And the outlook now for Friday, looks like a cloudy day. The rain will end, probably the wettest part of the day in the morning. Maybe some clearing north and west of 495, maybe up in the southern New Hampshire, late afternoon, 60s. Complete clearing Friday night, 3-day. Thank you very much. We're going to have 67. I love that umbrella there. And we have some rain on Friday, 67 Thursday. And it looks like the rain will come in late tomorrow, through tomorrow night, wet, ending Friday. The weekend looks good. Maybe a shower late Saturday night with a cold front. But if you're going camping up north, look at some colored leaves. Dan, don't cancel your trip. See you in the morning. Back to the anchors.
All right, Mr.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region, it's cooling off tonight. We'll see if I got the guarantee high and see when it will warm up after we have this brief cool down. Come on back right after the break.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, Debbie is down to 50 in Somersworth. It's in the mid-50s. Chris Sholby, 54. Tony has 55 in Wyndham, 54. Hampton Falls, Sean said it was a chilly morning. He was down in the 40s this morning. It's in the mid-50s. Linda and Ken have 54. The Davises in Chelmsford, and they're going to need a coat and sweater to work tomorrow morning. In school, you're going to need a jacket or sweater in the morning. Again, we have 52 even tonight from Ryan McLeod down East Bridgewater. Sam Green from Merrimack, New Hampshire, 56 tonight. It's 54 from Nathan in Londonderry. The high in Manchester Airport today, 70. And the guarantee high, anyone want to take any guesses? Megan? It was 70. Good, Cheryl. All right, 70 exactly. It's going to get recorded in production control tonight. We're keeping the tabs on one of the computers there. My expert friend and then colleague, we're keeping track. Aren't you happy? Exactly tonight. Let's look at the radar. We have a wheel of misfortune here. We have a spin here, green cluster of moisture. This is with the upper level low. This is going to have to cross before we ever get into the warm weather that they're experiencing. Summer in the Dakotas back through way out here into Colorado and the Rockies. So this is going to move east as the upper level low wobbles towards New Jersey and New England by Friday morning. So Friday looks like we'll see a lot of scattered showers, and it looks like some of this will come into outside of 495. Late tomorrow, you can see the Doppler here getting into New York State now, and it will be pinwheeling into New England. This is called the Omega block, the Greek symbol with what we have in trigonometry, with a ridge in the middle, a low, and a trough on either side. And this will not break down until late in the weekend or early next week when that trough and upper level low will weaken and move out to sea. So we should get back to 65 to 70 by Sunday. I think Sunday will be the better day of the weekend. Chilly weather here, but warm weather. Oh, isn't it beautiful here in the Dakotas? Scrumptious. And some of this may get here late in the weekend, but more likely next week. Thunderstorms in Florida. Here's the cool corner of the country from the Twin Cities, Wisconsin, the Great Lakes, Michigan to New England. It's summer, 80s, 90s, over 100 in Las Vegas. And there's Umberto, a cold front. We had a dry slot today, but here's the clouds with the upper level low we're going to have to watch. The weekend looks dry. Rain possible in the Mid-Atlantic, thunderstorms. There's that warm wedge air. Some of this hopefully will come in early next week. The rural areas don't have buildings like Boston to keep the heat in. We call that the urban heat island effect. Will be near 40 in the valleys and inland tonight. Some patchy fog along the Merrimack River and some of the rivers here in New Hampshire and valleys becoming mostly cloudy. The most sun in the morning, maybe an afternoon shower. Low to mid-60s. I don't think we'll hit 70 tomorrow like today. 58, lots of clouds, not very little if any sun on Friday. Saturday, not bad. Sunday, 65 to 70. I've updated the website and the weather phone. See you in the morning. Sleep well. Back to Katie and Dan.
Dollars.
All right, Katie, we're excited about that new edition, and we have an edition of a change in our weather. We'll talk about it right after the break. Come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's 68 from Debbie in Somersworth. Chris Sholby has 69 Auburn. The other Chris, 69 from Wyndham. From Chris Sabato, we have 63 from Kathy and Nelson. 64 from Kim in Hampton Falls. John Lambert, only 3/4 of an inch of rain, 65. Chelmsford, Ken has 68. Susie Fearman, 68 in West Boxford. The high, Manchester Airport, 73 today. The guarantee high was 70. So, good. I get the guarantee high today within 3. We get the high today. You can hear my guarantee high tomorrow morning beginning at 6 a.m. on Oldies Are Cool. Cool 96.5 out of Manchester, New Hampshire with Gale and Dorian waking you up in the morning. Here we go. The rain is moving up into Maine now. You can see just east of Portsmouth lifting on up here. And we have more shower activity over Michigan and Lake Michigan. The Doppler says tonight as we zoom in the close-up look, this is with the upper level and surface low. And again, most of the activity we had today is ended now. However, a flood watch still continues for Middlesex, Essex, Norfolk, Bristol, and Plymouth County until 3 in the morning. The wider view of the Doppler tonight. Love the Doppler here. Okay, here we go. The rainfall from Florida right up off the east coast to New England, but most of the thrust now moving into the state of Maine. But more with the upper level low that's going to really deepen, and the upper level low, the circulation is going to close off. That's what's causing that shower in Michigan. Some of that could drift here later Thursday into early Friday. Ridge, hot weather out west, the trough. means that this upper level low is going to eventually move across New England, and that's going to cause some chilly air aloft. Thunderstorms in Florida. This is the front, the head of the front where we were today in the very warm, humid air. Dew points, which is the amount of moisture in the air expressed in degrees, tells us how moist the air was. Dew points in the low 70s this afternoon. This upper level low has to cross New England before we can moderate in temperature and get some of this warm weather late in the weekend or early next week. But until then, it's fall. 50s, 40s in western Pennsylvania, 60s and 50s in New England here. Summer out west, and there's that upper level low. It's cut off from the main jet stream, and we call that a cutoff low. It's an upper level low, and it's going to take a while. Stormy weather, cool onset of weather, warm weather, and weather always, the atmosphere tends to balance itself out. Autumn cooling due to the rays that are slant, the direct rays now where it's spring in the southern hemisphere. Rain ending, watch out for fog tonight, 52 to 60. Tomorrow, mixed sun and clouds, mid-60s to low 70s, a moderate west wind, not a bad day. And let's take a look now at the 3-day, 70 tomorrow, mid-60s Thursday. There could be an isolated or scattered shower late Thursday into Friday. And we have 70, 65. We'll struggle to hit to 60, probably staying in the mid to upper 50s Friday. Maybe some moderation late in the weekend, early next week. I got the high. We're happy. Back to the anchors. See you in the morning. Yes, Katie, we can get earthquakes, not quite as frequent as they are in California, but we can get them here in New England. But tonight, it's a quiet night in terms of the weather. We'll see how long the quiet weather will last when we come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region today, 77 in Concord, New Hampshire, and you can get the guarantee high with Gail Scott and Dorian J beginning at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning on Cool 96.5. Look at this. The guarantee high was 76. The actual was 76. So, Al, I got it right on today. It goes in the computer. The other room and the other side of this studio here is exactly 76. Good job. 79 in Nashua today. It's a little bit cooler in Boston. It was upper 60s. Portsmouth had a sea breeze at 73. It's 52 for Mallory and Nelson, mid to upper 50s. Sean, 53. He was 36 yesterday morning, 42 this morning. Probably, Sean, you'll be in the upper 40s in Hampton Falls for tomorrow morning. Mid-50s, West Boxford and Chelmsford. In fact, Lynchburg, Virginia, 42 degrees this morning. They tied a record. And we have actually Florence, South Carolina, North Myrtle Beach, Charleston, South Carolina, Jacksonville, Florida, and Tallahassee, Florida. All those cities had record lows this morning. Woo, that's cold. Jet stream, we have that zonal flow. A polar vortex is a closed upper level low that sits up here. It is way up here, so if it moves further south, we'll get more real chilly weather. But because this upper level spinning closed circulation, polar vortex is just a closed upper level. It's so far up, here's New England, that it's well to the north, so all the real chilly weather stays up with that vortex up here in central and northern Canada. Let's say goodbye to Gabrielle. Some high seas that caused a lot of waves and some high surf, which could continue on the east coastal beaches here in New England. High pressure dominates. This storm could get us wet on Friday into early Saturday. This average first frost occurs this week in northern New England, also in northern and north central Minnesota, northern Wisconsin. And we take a look right now. The high pressure holds to the north, dry for Wednesday and Thursday. This system could get us Friday. If it keeps moving, we'll salvage a good part of next weekend. Highs tomorrow in the 70s, 60s in northern New England, 60s up in the Dakotas. It's still summer out west, over 100 in Palm Springs, Arizona, and Las Vegas. There's Gabrielle just nicking the Cape with some high clouds. Felix way out in these two areas. Another one off the African coast we're going to watch. For tonight, mostly clear, some patchy ground fog, 42 to 55. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, possibly a shower late with a cold front. Most of the day will be dry, 73 to 78 degrees. Many towns may not even get a shower. And the outlook for Wednesday, mostly sunny, 67 to 73 degrees. High tide 123, low tide just after 7 a.m. Mid-70s tomorrow, and we should be in the low 70s the balance of the week. Again, next chance of any rain. We need some rain. We haven't had much rain here in New England for the last several weeks. Could be along about Friday night, but we'll examine that more tomorrow. I've updated the website, WNDSweather.com at 603-432-5050. See you in the morning. Back to Katie and Dan.
First.
Okay, Dan, the leaves will continue to change. as the days continue to get shorter. We'll have your forecast when we come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region, 77 in Concord today, the state capital. The guarantee high with Gale and Dorian this morning on Cool 96.5 was 76. The actual 77, so I got it within one. All right, a good day. I get the guarantee high again. You can hear it tomorrow morning, beginning at 6 a.m. with Gale and Dorian on Cool 96.5 radio in Manchester, New Hampshire. Nashua 79, the hit. Upper 70s, Chelmsford, Portsmouth 79, Boston 71. Around the region tonight, it's in the low 60s from Nelson, from Mallory. John Lambert 65, Linda Davis 60, Kim has 60, Hampton Falls, mid-60s, Auburn and Wyndham. Jet stream, a trough in the middle part of the country, a ridge here on the east coast. Eventually that trough will bring a cold front through here tonight, and then another one probably coming through later Friday. We've been above normal in much of the country the last 60 days. Below in portions of the mid-Atlantic and down through San Diego to California, San Francisco, up through parts of coastal Oregon. It's been below, as well as Florida, where they've had more cloudiness and precipitation. Felix is weakening. Gabrielle, here's the east coast, moving farther away from New England, east of Nova Scotia. Still some high surf, an upper level low, and then 3 areas of disturbances we're watching. 60s and 70s in the northeast tomorrow, over 100 in the southwest, 90s in Texas. Summer still hangs on there. Look at this rain this month. St. Augustine, over 15 inches, over a foot of rain in many of these areas. Cocoa Beach, 12.80. You can see Naples here over 13. Jacksonville over 14. Over 15 inches in St. Augustine. Plus, because this is a lot of this was due to Tropical Storm Gabrielle that unleashed a lot of rain down in Florida. So we need some rain in New England. And the highways that are oriented east-west, be careful tomorrow morning, especially as we get into the weekend and early next week. They pose blinding sunrises and sunsets near the equinox as the sun is actually, the vertical rays are over the equator. So right in the middle here, these highways that are oriented east-west, be careful because the sun can blind you. Have that sun visor down, and we're headed below. The sun continues to get lower in the sky, and the days continue to get shorter. Nights are getting longer. Clouds mild tonight, a spot shower in the 50s. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, pleasant. 60s coast, 70 to 74 inland with a southeast wind. And Thursday, fading sun, rain late in the day. Highs in the 60s. High tide 2:13, low tide 8:16 in the morning. Low 70s tonight, 68 with cloudy conditions on Thursday. Some rain late in the day. Rain first part of Friday. We may see some clearing late in the day. The weekend looks good right now. Maybe a cold front could bring an isolated shower late Saturday or Saturday night. But for the most part, I think the weekends are going to look pretty good. And we should have high pressure building in behind that cold front moving into Pennsylvania on Sunday. So again, any sun Thursday will be limited early. Not bad tomorrow. 60s at the coast, warmer inland tomorrow. See you later on. Back to Katie and Dan. Oh, you can see in Washington there, Eric and Evan, some clouds start to move in. With cloudiness moving in tonight, it won't be quite nearly as frigid as it was last night. We'll tell you how cold it was last night and see if I got the guarantee high when we come on back. Come on back.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's in the 40s, 46 Summersworth from Debbie. Chris has 48 in Auburn. Also, Chris Sabato, 50 Wyndham, 45 in Nelson. Magdalena, 46 in Nashua. The high today in Nashua was actually 63. The low was 21. That's a 42-degree temperature rise today. 43 from Kim, Hampton Falls, and you can see it's in the mid-40s in southern New England. The high at Manchester Airport today was 60. The low was 28. The guarantee high was 59. Yes, that's within 3, so I got the guarantee high. You can see if I get it tomorrow. Check it in the morning with Gale and Dorian at 6 a.m. on Cool 96.5 radio out of Manchester, New Hampshire, FM. Here we go, ridge, trough. This ridge is moving east. Here's New England. You can see this part of the jet is going to lift on out the base of this cold upper-level trough way out in the Atlantic. There's New England, just so you know where we are. You can see this is moving that away. We're going to get south of those winds, 20 to 40,000 feet. That means we're going to warm up. High pressure here sliding off the East Coast. This is the same high that brought the cold weather here this past weekend, yesterday and today. But this high, as you know, as we've been saying the last 2 days, has a warmer side, the return flow, as the air goes clockwise, left to right. Remember, side A. If this is side A high, that's B. B is moving out. A is going to be coming on the back side here, and it looks like we will be getting some nice weather coming in on the west side, or you could say side A here. There's that warmer return flow. Coldest air will stay in Canada. The cold batch of air is lifting out with that trough you saw in the jet stream. High pressure here, cool air, maritime Pacific air moving into Montana, northern plains and northern Rockies. There's the high on the coast, ready to move off the coastline. The next 24 to 48 hours will have that flow. This could go right into and through a good part of the weekend. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, here's a warm front. Once the warm front goes by, we should be even warmer, and get by Friday and the weekend, I think we should be in the 70s. High pressure south of us tomorrow. The air coming up around the high like this in a left to right or clockwise fashion. And here's the highs for tomorrow. 60s, 70s, still summer like Texas, Florida. Not that cold in the Rockies. Still in the mild weather. This front will have trouble. It'll be slow to move east with high pressure building in the upper atmosphere from Florida right up just south of New England. Some clouds, not so cold tonight. Mid-30s to upper 40s. Mixed sun and clouds on tomorrow, 65 to 70 and warmer. And we should be 65 to 70 tomorrow. 70s Thursday, Friday. Looks like for the Frank Murphy fundraiser, we have no problems Saturday morning for that pancake breakfast in the VFW Hall in Merrimack, New Hampshire, 7 to 10. Breast cancer walk looks good Sunday morning, 9 to noon. And then the Toys for Tots, Sunday afternoon, Merrimack, New Hampshire. Back to our expert anchors. Take care. See you tomorrow.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, it's a cold night, 38 Summersworth. Chris Shelby, all excited out on his back deck this morning watching it snow. Chris was out there for a while. He said 41. He loves snow. It's just the beginning, Chris, but no more snow this week. 41 from Chris in Auburn. Joe, 39. Sabato and Wyndham, home from college, headed back to Penn State in the morning. 35. Hampton Falls from Kim. 36. Nelson. 35, Magdalena, John's wife filling in for John H. Magdalena says it's a cold night in Nashua. 34 from Nathan and Londonderry. Pam Green has 38 in Merrimack, New Hampshire. 36 from Nathan and Chelmsford. And West Boxford, Matt Fearman has 40. The guarantee high today was 52 at Manchester Airport. The actual high, 51. Within 1 of the actual, so Al gets it within 3. 51 was the actual high, 52 guarantee high. Within 1, I get the high. All right, you can get the high tomorrow morning with Gail, Scott, and Dorian J on Cool 96.5 Radio FM out of Manchester, New Hampshire, beginning at 6 a.m. This ridge is moving east. The trough is getting smaller. It's weakening, and we're going to warm up. We could be over 70 here on Thursday, maybe well in the 70s Friday, may go in the next weekend. For a frost and freeze warning, you need clear skies. There's no clouds tonight like last night to trap the heat near the ground. You need light to calm winds. That's number 2. We're going to go to calm overnight. And number 3, the dew points are in the 20s and low 30s. Usually meteorologists will tell you that the dew point is an indication of what the overnight low will be with clear skies and calm winds. So the dew point's 26 in Concord, New Hampshire, this evening at 9 o'clock. So that's how low it can get with calm winds and clear skies. So those are the 3 things you need. A scatter frost, Boston, Southwest. A frosty morning tomorrow. So if you live away from Boston, just outside the city, you want to bring in the tender plants and vegetation because they'll not survive the overnight cold. High pressure to the south. The air flows clockwise. And we're going to get the backside warmth here coming in. This front will be slow to move east. Meanwhile, we have Iris affecting Belize, a pretty good hurricane, and Tropical Storm Jerry right behind her. Jerry, as we said tonight at 7, could affect the Gulf of Mexico. We'll just have to wait and see. 50s and low 60s. Here's the map. Wednesday, hump day, where even milder is this high, which yesterday and today were on the cold side. There's a warmer side as the air flows clockwise, and we're going to get that backside warm. Clear and cold tonight, 25 to 38. That 38 is in Boston, maybe around Chatham, the Provincetown. The Outer Cape could stay in the mid to upper 30s elsewhere, except for Boston, the Outer Cape, expect a frost. All right, for tomorrow, mostly sunny, not so chilly, 55 to 60, much lighter winds in the afternoon, 59, 65, and 72. We should be in the 70s Friday. Don't forget, I have the Frank Murphy benefit fundraiser at the VFW. Flipping pancakes Saturday morning at 7 to 10 in Merrimack. Breast Cancer Walk and Toys for Tots appearances Sunday. See you later. Back to Katie and Dan.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. Some local conditions around the region tonight. Travis Marshall has 65 in Derry. Anthony DeVito home from work, visiting on vacation, 64 from Salem. It's also 64 from Joshua Gomes down in Stoneham. We have 63 from Steve Flagg in Manchester, also 63 from Chris in Auburn, also 63 from Sean in Hampton Falls, and Susie has 63 in West Boxford, Massachusetts. 61 from Nelson tonight. So you can see temperatures are in the low to mid 60s, not much lower now than from where they were with the mid to upper 60s. Manchester, we'll find out if I got the guarantee high. Allergy forecast today, the pollen count was low, 7 grains, that's per cubic meter. Mold count was high, 7,597 spores per cubic meter. The major allergens today, if you've been sneezing or you have allergies, sagebrush, ragweed, and mold. Let's move on to the next map, the equinox. And what word is an equinox? Let me crouch down. Equal day and equal night. That comes in the autumnal equinox, 7:04. So in just less than 48 hours, we say goodbye to summer and hello to fall. Fall's a nice time of year. A lot of people come up to the Granite State to look at foliage. Let's see when it's peak. If you want to come to southern New Hampshire, come to my house too. Okay, southern New Hampshire. I live in southern New Hampshire. Middle of October here. The middle of October is when we peak here in southern New Hampshire. That's right around Columbus Day, the second week of October into the third week, and then the last week in October, it will be peaking south of Boston. Those of you watching us down where Claire and Jim, they have 68 in Bridgewater tonight. You folks in Bridgewater, through Rhode Island, South Shore towns of Massachusetts, especially to the Cape, will be the third and fourth week in October. In fact, the Cape and Islands, Newport, Rhode Island, down there, all the mansions, you folks, people down there will be peaking in terms of foliage. The trees will be the last week in October. That's the way it works. Again, the middle of October, and it should be past peak when it's in southern New Hampshire, north of the Lakes region. Let's check it out tonight. The forecast, rain developing heavy at times, mid-50s to mid-60s. Could it be an embedded thunderstorm? You need the umbrella. Tomorrow, we will have morning rain, some afternoon partial clearing, 69 to 74 degrees, a south wind at 10 to 20 miles an hour. You will need the umbrella to work in school. First thing in the morning, watch out for some big puddles and puddles on the roadway. Commuters becoming mostly sunny. An afternoon shower Saturday. Some sun in the morning, 70 to 75. Let's check that 3-day. And I don't think the rain will be quite as heavy Saturday as it will be later this evening and tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Low 70s tomorrow. And this is banking on some morning rain, giving way to a little bit of afternoon sun. The computer models move the clouds offshore. Starting with some sun, maybe a few scattered showers Saturday afternoon and evening with another front. Sunday looks beautiful. We'll see you later tonight. Have a good evening. Back to Katie and Dan. Thank you, Brian, and good evening, everyone. You can see the sky there, and Brian's piece that he was talking about was nice and clear, but our weather is deteriorating. We have our first rainstorm that we've seen in a long time. We'll find out. Come on back after the break.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Not quite as sunny today as we were hoping and predicting, as we had some low-level winds coming in out of the east-southeast, causing the low clouds to be stubborn to break. It's in the low 60s tonight. Nelson 61. It's 62 in Wyndham. From Chris tonight, low 60s in Auburn. It's 59 from Sean in Hampton Falls. It's had some very dense fog this morning. John Lambert 62. Katie is 62 in West Boxford. Linda Davis 62 in Chelmsford. Again, the highs today did get in the mid-70s. Nashua was 75, Concord 74, but Manchester, where I predicted a guarantee high of 77, was 73. So that's 4. Again, a little too high by 1 degree. So better luck in the morning. You can hear the guarantee high in the morning with Gale and Dorian on Cool 96.5. Taking a look now at the radar here, we have you can see the Doppler radar now showing the rainfall, some yellows here in eastern Pennsylvania, the Carolinas. This is all moving from south to north as we have a southerly flow in the upper level winds with the storm system back over the Great Lakes. So this rainfall is going to be displaced to the east as a cold front approaches as the storm goes into Canada. But ahead of the front, that's where we'll be tomorrow. It'll be very humid tonight, tomorrow. Rain heavy at times. We could see 1 to 3 inches of rain, it looks like tomorrow. Again, here's the ridge with the hot weather in check out west. A big trough here. That means a lot of upward vertical motion. When a meteorologist sees this, it means that we're going to have chilly weather north of the jet stream, which are winds 20 to 40,000 feet up. Hot air south of the jet. This ridge denotes high pressure. That means sinking air. Air sinks, compresses, warms, and dries. This means rising air. And also we have a lot of rising air, rising fast. And when air rises, it cools at the dew point. When air cools to the dew point, the relative humidity becomes 100%. The air becomes saturated. And we're going to have a lot of upper-level energy with that big trough and a lot of rain. We haven't had a lot of rain in a while. We're very warm in the Dakotas down through Colorado. It's beautiful out there. And we have the Umberto, which went west of Bermuda by 170 miles. He'll continue to move north-northeast, just giving us some high surf off on the Cape and our coast. 50s in northern New England, much of the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley in the 50s. Autumn cooling due to the slanted rays, the direct rays now in the southern hemisphere. And the other part why it's getting cooler this time of year, the nights are getting longer and the days are getting shorter. I know I don't want to depress you any more than you are, but that's reality. I got to be honest, honesty is everything to be a good meteorologist. Rain by daybreak, 60 to 65 degrees. Rain heavy at times tomorrow. There may be a thunderstorm, mid-60s, maybe some low 70s. Boston, south, and humid. We're going to be near 70 tomorrow against showers and thunderstorms. And then Wednesday and Thursday will be chilly. We may only be in the 50s here for highs on Friday. Right now, the weekend maybe continue to be cool. See you in the morning. Back to Brian and Katie.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kane. Temperature's getting a little cooler, and I've noticed leaves are starting to fall, a little bit of color change.
It's getting there, still green, but it's getting there.
So fall foliage will soon be here.
Exactly. Well, still to come, we'll have an update on a story we brought to you last week about a group of students raising some pennies for the victims of last week's terrorist attacks. Stay with us.
Straight ahead in sports, college hockey mourns the loss of one of the top coaches in the game. The Patriots try to regroup after losing their second contest of the season. But making matters worse, New England will have to play on without their leader, quarterback Drew Bledsoe. I'll have all the details on these stories and more coming up next.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. The weather was right on today. What I said last night came true. It became mostly cloudy. Hey, it worked. Hey, 54 in Somersworth. It's around the 50s. 48 from Kathy. They'll have the wood stove going tonight in Nelson. Chris Sholby, 56. 55 from Joyce. Sean, 47. And it's 54 from Ken and Linda Davis down in Chelmsford. Katie, 52 in West Boxford. The high today at Manchester Airport, 65. The guarantee high was 66. So it gets recorded in the computer and production control as a got it. Al got the guarantee high. All right. We get the high today, only within one more degree, and it would have been exactly close. All right, you can get the guarantee high on Cool 96.5 radio with Gail Scott and Dorian J. beginning at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning on Cool 96.5 out of Manchester, New Hampshire, FM. Jetstream, this is an Omega block. It's just like a traffic jam on the highway, like 93, 495 in the summer, taking 95 up through the toll in Hampton. Weather systems stop moving or they stall or move very slowly. Omega, the Greek symbol Omega. This may start to break down late Sunday and early next week. 10 degrees below normal in New England, but you can see where they're south of the jet stream where those winds 20 to 40,000 feet up. It'll be above normal out west. Doppler radar, not much going on. A little bit of activity near Florida, some here in New York State and Pennsylvania. This is with the upper level low. We will have some wet weather, so take the umbrella if you're going out tomorrow. Here's the surface low. It's caught in an upper level low. It's cut off from the main jet stream. And once this actually weakens and moves out to sea, we could get some of this warmer weather, possibly next week. A cold front bringing showers and thunderstorms in Florida. Hot. You love it. Summer continues from the Plain States down through the Rockies and the Four Corners, down through Phoenix, Arizona, and New Mexico. And as you can see out there, high pressure to the north. Here's that storm system here to the south of New England. Some showers off our coastline Saturday. Wet weather to start the weekend in Florida. Another front in the northern plains. Highs tomorrow in the 50s, 40s in the UP and Michigan, the Upper Peninsula. Look at these 80s and 90s out west. And the fall foliage now is 25 to 50%, up to 100% in the northeast kingdom of Vermont. High pressures, air sinks, compresses, compression adds heat to the air, warms and dries. rising air, what? It cools because it expands. Remember, the air pressure decreases with height, so that causes the air to expand. Expansion takes heat out of the air and cools. Radar that activity off to our west. Mostly cloudy tonight, mid-40s to mid-50s. Light winds, a northeast wind off the chilly ocean means we won't get higher than the 50s. Some areas well inland could touch 60. And the 3-day, 57, 62, and a little bit cooler at the beaches, but near 70 inland Sunday, even warmer early next week. Sleep well. See you in the morning. Back to Katie and Dan. Good night.
And now, weather with Al Caprillion.
Good evening, everyone. Around the region tonight, we have 66 from Holly in Canterbury. Steve has 65 in Manchester. We'll see if I got the guarantee high. Not quite as sunny as we thought today with that maritime air, that low cloudiness staying kind of stubborn with that ocean wind not helping to break up the low clouds today. Plus, the sun is lower in the sky this time of year. 66 in Derry tonight from Travis Marshall. Salem 66, 66 Pelham from David Hunt. Tony has 66. Ann has 66 in West Townsend. Joshua 63 in Stoneham. And Claire, where I guess she took our sun away, huh? They have a lot of the sun down there this afternoon. 71 this is reflected in the temperature. The radars were compositing, we're breaking the close-up, then we'll widen the shot up. You can see a lot of juicy moisture. Mid-Atlantic, Virginia, Baltimore, the Mid-Atlantic region getting heavy rain this afternoon, and this is going to truck off to the east. May not get to the Cape until sometime late morning or afternoon tomorrow. So except for the Cape, most of us will have the rain starting around the morning commute. Let's widen the shot now and it's like bringing the camera out, isn't it? Sort of like that. See the thunderstorms now originating from the area of the Gulf coastal states all the way up into Florida. Jet stream, we have a ridge now, a huge ridge, a big amplitude to the jet stream. There's digging trough. Look how far south it's digging, almost into, actually it is into the Gulf of Mexico. That means a lot of rising air, a lot of upper level energy. Where's the summer weather, you may ask? Out west, warm in the west, and we have the chilly weather here in the east. We're going to be north of the jet stream. Umberto, they lucked out in Bermuda again. This time it went about 170 miles west and then northwest of the island today. Will just cause some high waves, but this cold front has a lot of rising air and a lot of upward vertical motion. When you see that in meteorology, it means that we're going to have a lot of rising air. The air is going to be rising quite a bit, and it's going to rise fast, and the faster the air rises, the more upper level energy you get. This storm's reflected in the upper levels of the atmosphere. 60s in New England, 50s in the Great Lakes and down through the Ohio Valley. So summer's gone for a while. And there's Umberto here moving away. You can see the east coast of Florida. And we had Gloria back 16 years ago. Again, weakened as it moved north of the mid-Atlantic region. Clouds, fog, rain by daybreak, 60 to 65 degrees. It still could be dry for a while in the morning south of Boston. Rain heavy at times tomorrow. Thunderstorm, 67 to 73 degrees and humid. 70, 65, 60, and 50s on Friday. So again, tonight's quiz question is, why is it getting cooler? We have two reasons why it's getting cooler now, even though it's fall. Why is it getting cooler? I'd like to, again, congratulate the Trahans. I promised them this morning, my neighbors, they have a new baby girl, Jessica, born last Thursday at 3:35. Welcome to WNDS, Jessica. Back to Brian and Katie. See you tonight.